We are live. Thank you for being here at our Wellness Hub. My name is Monica Campana, and today we have a very special guest all the way from New York City. Her name is Beata Zdanowska, and she's a mindset and confidence coach. And today she's going to tell us everything about her background and also what is she doing today to help people around the world. So Beata, thank you for being here. The floor is yours.
Monica, thank you so much. What an honor to be here with you. You are such a Renaissance woman. Before I go to me, I just have to say a word about you. My goodness, you are an artist. You are an moderator. You have podcasts. You have family. You have children. You do it all at the same time. My gosh, I'm so impressed with you. Thank you so much for having me here. It's really an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, tell us something. I mean, I know we don't have a lot of time, but tell us what brought you to what you're doing today.
What brought me what I'm doing today is having a life that didn't give me any fulfillment in the workspace. It was the life where I felt trapped in. I felt like I had to do certain jobs to survive, to make money. I was limiting myself to no, this is the only thing I know how, and this is the only thing I need to just push through and keep going. And the further I went, the older I got, I'm 57 now, so it's been a while. The older I got, the further I got, and I've realized, I'm just wasting my time. I'm wasting my life. My life is going away, and I'm letting it. I am the one that actually doing it and making it happen. So the time is now to change, and it hasn't, been a better time for me. And I know it's hard to say that, about last year and COVID, because it's been such a horrible time for so many people, and I really sympathize with all of those. But for me personally, it was really a chance to just step into what is it that I really want to do in life. And I've always known that life coaching and being a psychotherapist, being a life coaching business. I used to be a teacher when I was in Poland. I started my professional career back in Poland as being a teacher. I knew that being connected to people and doing, giving to people, that is what I'm naturally, authentically connected to, and what gives me chills and thrills, and what pushes me in the most blissful and happy possible way. It's not even work. I can't call it work, because that is such a joy, that is such a passion, that is such a commitment, to me and to people around me, that I can't even describe. I'm lost for words, but can you tell? Can you hear this? Can
Well,
you see
yes.
this?
Basically, you're doing what you love, and this is the best. I
I'm
mean,
doing what I love.
you're very lucky, because many people, live their lives and they never really find what they love, and you found it, and now you're doing it, and you're giving back to people, helping people and helping yourself, because this is how I think this is one of the best ways to give back. And so what is your type of, how do you coach? What is the difference between your coaching and another person's coaching? How's your approach?
There are many coaches obviously out there, and the way I started is with something very obvious for me. I'm always very health oriented. I've been through a lot of different exercise routines, a lot of different diets. I tend to be vegan based. There is nothing animal in my house, in my refrigerator, in my pantry. So I started focusing on that, and giving women an idea of how to be healthy. You get to 57 with absolutely zero illnesses, except for one that is emotionally related. um, there is something to it. There is something to the lifestyle, and the lifestyle you lead is it's a way to have your body, looking certain way, but certainly most importantly, feeling certain way, right? Being healthy. So I started that way, but then I've realized that I am, there is something deeper in me. There is something more. There is something, I'm connecting on the soul level. So then all this time I'm learning a lot. I'm taking courses, I'm doing certifications, I'm discovering a lot of different angles. And it's very, very obvious to me that it all starts with the mind. Everything starts from the mind. And it's connected from the mind to the heart, to the intuition, to the gut, to the soul. The mind is the base. So I focused on the mindset
Mm.
as soon as I've realized that, you
Mm.
know, mindset is a command center
Yeah,
for the
that's
rest
where
of it.
everything starts. Everything starts without the, I mean, you can have all these things and all the food and but if the mind doesn't say that it's fine
You
and you can
don't believe
do
that
it,
you
if you
can,
don't
right?
believe that you can, then you won't do it.
Then
And
you won't do it. Nothing, we can use words, we can motivate people, but if it doesn't sink in, if your mind is not agreeing with the message, then the message just goes through and it's not, it doesn't serve the purpose. So
yes, and so basically, from the mindset you derive everything else. And do you help people also change their diets or look at their eating and their lifestyle, what they're doing after you kind of fix? Because we never really fix our mind, right? There's always something to improve.
exactly. So the way I approach is really holistically. I when I start talking to someone, I'm really establishing the all platforms. Where is the person at today? Where is the health? Where is the mind? Is it fixed, or is it, is there possibility for growth? And how to approach, if there isn't much right now. But I know that the mind is malleable and we can do anything with it for as long as we agree with it, right? For as long as we want. If there is a desire, if there is a need and a desire within and inside, the mind will cooperate because we will train the mind. And that's the beauty of it. The mind is the command center, but it's also an old storage. It's like a software, right? It was programmed so many years ago whenever we were born. And then with the life activities, with the experiences, with all the feelings and emotions that other people coded us with, we are certain way today because of that. And if we just go along with it and don't do anything about it, then life is full of misery, unhappiness, confusion. It's very hard to move out. We have depression in this country. There is so much going on in the emotional health right now in a country. There are so many movements for the right reasons, right? We don't take care of ourselves. We don't believe that we have such power over our own mind, over our own body to absolutely change anything that we don't want and we don't have. So for me, just to give that message and relay that message and look at person holistically and say, okay, so here we are. Where do you want to be? And then we'll decide where are we going from now, because everybody's different, of course, right? We all have our old stories that are overpowering us today, and we all have an ability and possibility to change that. And once those old stories are being transferred into the new ones, in the belief of, no, wait, I have this power within me, I can make all this change that I want to have in life, then everything changes.
yeah.
Everything changes. The action change, the words change, the language is everything. How you speak to yourself, how you speak to other people. We treat other people, we are comfortable with other people on the same level as we love and treat ourselves first. Everything starts from within. And we are a one ripple that then affects all the community, the families, friends, co-workers. We can change the world if we want to, and people do. And the beauty is that once you see it for yourself, that you are the person that is capable of changing the world in one specific way that vibes with you, then there is nothing that can stop you. I know I can change the world by having individual reactions with my clients and making that difference for them, creating the new changes, making the change with them, helping them, guiding them. I know I can change the world in whatever capacity it is. We'll see. I don't know. Who knows?
One person at a
But I'm
time.
already seeing
All you need is a one person, one
all
person
you need
at a
is one
time.
person. Exactly.
Well, you're very, very inspirational, and this is what we need today. But again, you need to be aware. So many people,
You need to be
they
aware.
go through their lives as if, they're like, okay, whatever. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to go to this job and, be like a robot and not think and do the same thing over and over and over again. Until one day you're like, wait a second. I have many other talents. I have, things that I want to share with the world. This cannot be it. Because it kind of,
Exactly.
it happened to me when I was like, after like 15 years in the corporate world. And then you're like, wait a second, there is more. I can give more. And so this is where you come into place. Once people have the awareness, then you can guide them and teach them,
Exactly,
tell them,
exactly. But
how.
also, it helps to wake up that awareness in others, right? Someone, so I don't know if you are into human design. I've recently started reading more about it and been very interested in it. But it's a very in-depth personality sort of reading system. So my human design says that I am the lighthouse for people in their rough and dark seas. So exactly. So it's not only waiting for someone to awake first and then come to me for help. I'm really trying to show people how to awake, that there is such thing as awakening, that there is a chance for you, whoever you are listening right now, whoever you are, there is always a chance for you to make that change, to believe in yourself. It's not for just other people. We all have that chance, every single one of us. So my mission is not just create the change for those who already are aware. My mission is also to wake up people
Mm.
to the fact that this awareness is possible for them. It's possible for all of us, for every single person.
Wow. So you also wake them up. You always, you see what they're doing, how they are, and then you say, hey, have you ever thought about this, or have you
Yes,
ever thought about that? Wow, that's
yes.
amazing. That's amazing. And now, how do you, specifically, do you have any groups, any special classes, or how does it work?
So my business is fairly new. It's about a year, but a lot of the time I also spent on educating myself, on me being coached by other people. So I get, a very thoroughly understanding of what this work is all about. And, I've been through all the Tony Robbins virtual events in the past year that he created and coached with other people personally. So I haven't really put a lot of my energy yet to creating my full spaces. So I have a Facebook group, which is just small yet, but I'm very active on LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I love the connections that I establish on LinkedIn. It's a very powerful platform and very sort of quality relationships that are developed there. And I appreciate that very much.
Yes, it's very professional. And so people, if I want to contact you. I like you. I send you an email and I have like a consultation call with you.
Absolutely. So there is a link, I think, in this post also, but also in all of my bios. On Instagram, I'm also on Instagram under Beata Zdanowska Coaching. And pretty much Beata Zdanowska Coaching will get you to my page on every platform possibly. And all of these platforms rather have a link to a landing page where we can book a call. So I have 3-month programs of transformation from this to that. And it's also hourly coaching available for now. I also will have a 6-month program that it will be next month, starting next month. And I'm going to start doing more of masterclasses and life coaching, in my group. So I have a lot in plans. I'm working also with someone who's helping me create the business, because starting new, starting from zero, starting from nothing, going through complete transformation professionally. Speaking of transformations, it's a complete transformation for me. It is a challenge, right? You need your support group. You need all kinds of help. So I'm also reaching out to other people for that, and actively being in the process of creating. But I'm also having already great success with my private clients, and that is always a highlight of my day, my month, my week. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And right now it's all online, right? You do it
Yes,
through.
it's all online. And I do video calls with people online. I believe that visual connection is very, very important. If we can do it in person, it's definitely a video call. It's a Zoom or whatever platform people are comfortable with.
Mhm.
I'm flexible to that for as long as we get to see each other.
That's wonderful, wonderful. And now you're also using the new platform, right? Are you using Clubhouse too to
I'm
get?
using Clubhouse. Oh my gosh. And I'm so glad you mentioned, because I've been active as a speaker on Clubhouse, and connecting with so many wonderful people there. And yesterday, a friend of mine and I started a room just to test, just to see, because we've never moderated before. So we wanted to test the moderating, and we created the confidence room. And one of my followers recognized and immediately jumped in. We didn't even have a chance to, get to understand how this whole moderating works. And this wonderful woman just jumps in, and she's like, "Oh my God, I remember you. You were talking about male and female energy in one of the rooms." And I said, "Yes, this is another thing I'm getting in the middle of. I'm getting fascinated about, how much of male energy all of us women have to live in, have to, as of believe that that's what needs to happen, and how much it actually hurts us, in a process." So male female energy is super important, to know how to navigate, to not manipulate, obviously navigate through, just be comfortable naturally with it, right? So it's another huge subject that I want to be talking about soon. And so she joins in, and we end up having a very important, long 1 hour conversation with her about the female, male energy that she was struggling with, about issues at work, about confidence level for her in a personal sort of sphere of her life. And it was such a meaningful time. We all disconnected, and we all were just left with this, what did just happen? This was just magical. So that's what Clubhouse can actually deliver, this magical connection, because it's voice. You have an intimate conversation with someone, and most of these rooms are very safe and very welcoming. So it's nice to have, to go and check in and open with whatever subject you feel comfortable with and talk. And I love it. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, I think that the connection that you make, I think it's because it's like your conscience is talking to you, and many times you go, "Oh, I feel the same. I think the same way. Oh, it's the same thing. Like I'm not alone." And there's another person, and there's one more, and then there's 100 more. So
Yeah.
it's beautiful to connect and to get into the deeper sense and deeper mind and brain of people. It's amazing. So, well,
Absolutely.
Beata, this is wonderful. Now, give me one tip for people that they can walk out today and say, reassess their life and say, wait a second, maybe there is a way to change, and there is hope, and hopefully contact you, but what is this one thing that they can think or do to understand if they're happy with what they're doing or not?
The best thing to do, the best way to start is to spend time with yourself. Turn your phones off, turn all the electronics off, take a journal in your hand and a pen, and write. Write everything, whatever comes out to your mind, good, bad, just dump. Do a mental dump and then read it back to yourself. What is it? Do you see where you struggle? Do you see where you're happy? Do you see where you desire something that you still don't have and you always wanted to have that? Do you see that there is a community, there are people out there that are actually doing the thing that you really want to have? What is it that is stopping you from not having that? If you can answer these questions in a journal, you will get an insight and a light to your own mind and to your own heart and to your own intuition about what is it really that you want in this life, what is working for you already and what it isn't working for you already, and why are you still doing it? And we can work from there.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad I recorded it so I can listen to you again. But Beata, I love every word that you said. I hope many people will listen to you and hopefully contact you to improve their lives, you know, and you change, improve one person's life at a time around the
And
world.
change is possible. Change is happening every day. Change is happening all the time, even in your life. Even if you don't think you can be the change creator, you are doing change because of other people putting it on you. So you decide. You change because of other people's desires or you change because of your own desires. Who do you pick first? The answer is yours.
Yourself. Wonderful. Beata Zdanowska, all the way from New York City. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming here and sharing your knowledge. And we'll see you very soon. Until next time, everyone. Mwah, from New York City.